So, I actually got a request to actually do a live stream and react to something that kind of makes me even think, the heck, like, what the heck are these people thinking? And it's just, I haven't watched this one, but I kind of heard a little bit about the people that are like hosting the podcast and another individual that's in this compilation, I guess. I already know it's not going to go well, but because someone requested me to put my reaction and 2 cents about it, I got it. Well, it involves somebody who happens to have a last name that rhymes with the word skate. That's all I'm saying. And I got a big already premonition that I'm probably maybe gonna table flip. Like I might say something along the lines of like, wow, if you do what they're saying, you're probably gonna be forever alone, guys. Just and I mean, I don't even know I can't even consider like what they're gonna be saying. Like I wouldn't even consider it like dating advice or treating women at all. Any kind of advice. I think if anything, it'd be like, wow, jackass material. And also, and also gonna do this, and we can see everybody. No. Well, it's somebody that's well known, in a way that's kind of not so good. And for me, I look at this and I think if anybody has, the idea of any way of like thinking that it's okay to even speak like this, act like this, and even the thumbnail actually has vulgarity in it. It has sugar baby and then a certain B word that I don't want to say. And it just makes me think, oh, okay. That's how it's going to be, eh? Okay. Now, keep in mind some things might be said on this, video clip that might be deemed offensive, and by offensive meaning it's not needed to be said this way, and behavior needs to be hit upside the head with a blunt object. But let's see. Oh, here we go. If anyone asks, my will is under my bed. I'm good, Fiona. Excuse me, dude. The thing is that, you're speaking with everybody that's there. You're not just speaking to one person. Don't think you're hot shit, cupcake. Really? 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 Wow. No. No. Really? Wow. I've heard a lot of dumb things in my life, but that's got to be one of the dumbest. The more money you make as a woman, the likelihood of finding a mate goes down. Really? Really? Congratulations, you're dumb as hell. No pun intended, not my hell. Now, if a woman makes more money, and a lot of money, so what? So what? It's just an income stream. Don't be hissy fit that, if you're dating, if you're dating a woman and she's making more money than you. What's the problem with that? What's the issue? There isn't. Boo hooty hoo. Deal with it. No. As a woman makes money, doors close. No! Idiot. I should put it this way. If a woman makes more money, so what? She can actually afford to do more in whatever she wants to do. Same thing with a man. What's... come on, Cupcake. Use your head. And this pit bull... this guy who looks like a wannabe pit bull. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. I couldn't resist. There we go. Wait. No. Stick it. No, you're stupid. Nope, I'm sorry. That's actually no. Now you're actually now indirectly putting down women because if they make more money than you. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it's like, well, for one, if a woman makes more money, she can enjoy life more. If a man makes more money, he can enjoy life more. What's the issue? What's the issue? Keep it simple, stupid. If you're saying if she makes more money and she gets less opportunity, really? If you're going to try and make yourself sound intelligent, you really got to use some deductive reasoning and logical sense first. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no. Hey, you know what, dude? If you're gonna be telling these ladies to keep quiet while you speak, you gotta give it back. So don't think you're hot shit, Cupcake. See, I'm already getting snappy, and I'm already getting snappy. And it's already only 35 seconds in. No. You have to turn to speak and let the lady speak. Be honest, okay. What? What are you, stupid? Congratulations, you're gonna be forever alone. Here's your forever alone merit badge. You've earned it. No. When you're having a spouse figure, wife figure, or any kind of lover figure for that matter, it's when you're having that unionship, it's a partnership. You work together as a unit. That's a marriage. Unionship. Use your head. It's like one of those big, brainless muscle stereotypes. Yes, actually, if you want to be technical, yes. By technicality, feminine energy does have the earth element. Which is, everything that's physical. Without women, you can't build nothing. Man, you can't build anything because you only got fire and air. Fire of passion and initiative and air, logic and reasoning. Without woman, water and earth, you can't build nothing. You can only blow it and burn it. What? Wait, what? Hold on. What did you just say? Wait. What? Women? What? No, no, no. No, no, stop filibustering. Yeah, I guess it's an insult. I'm not sure. But I mean, the way that I look at it, it's just like, I would love to go against people, guys like this, even put me on the podcast, and I mean, I would just rip them to shreds. Like, listen, Cupcake, you're gonna be forever alone. The way that you're talking to these ladies and the way you're treating them, too. To be honest, if you were my son and you were talking like this in the public eye, I would be so embarrassed, and I would never want to associate with you again. Because that comes back on me as a father. Because I mean, the way this the ideals and the logic and the philosophy behind all this, it's not empowering for men, and it's vulgar. Well, I mean, by technicality, everybody has potential. But do they choose to use that potential? That's up to them. A guy that comes pre-assembled. Don't you? Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Like, do you think that men come in like in a box broken up into pieces, and then they come in an instruction manual? Pre-assembled, huh? An IKEA man, huh? Funny. Where'd you get your guy from? Oh, I got him off IKEA. mean, my God, though. I mean, the instructions were so bad. Sometimes he, runs off and does his own thing. And it doesn't say anything on how to fix that problem. I think I might have put one of the screws in the wrong spot. I think I put one of the screws in the wrong hole. Now he won't stop, going behind my back. I mean, that's just how stupid this sounds. Like, come on, Cupcake. Um, the thing is, all of us are assembled. All of us have a physical body. All of us have a brain. All of us can make choices. All of us can set the standards of ourselves and the way we present ourselves. All of us have initiative. All of us have desire. Yeah, IKEA men. I mean, but the thing is, we all start at the same square one, birth. Life puts us in different circumstances. Okay, woozy woohoo. But the thing is, pre-assemble and pre-assemble. Yeah. And I mean, now don't get me wrong. Some things of each viewpoint are good, but the minute you start swinging and striking down women, no. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. You don't swing. You don't swing at who's keeping the human race going. Because here's the thing. If you're going to swing at a woman, why are you swinging as what's keeping this race going? Hi, Ryan. Oh, I mean, the last thing you want to hit is other woman. And like the idea of like man needs woman to find divinity. Of course, that's more like a literal sense. But the thing is, one needs other to find divinity. Without other, you'll never meet divinity. In this case, yeah, I think somebody likely mainly all you. Now, here's another thing that makes me think. How come there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women and 2 guys? I guess they're trying to make themselves seem like, oh, we're outnumbered. Well, I wouldn't say outnumbered, but pretty much you're outsmarted. Go back. Go back. Well, here's the thing. Everybody's already assembled. And if you're trying to say, well, has their life established, that's not for you to judge if somebody's life is assembled or not. Because you can have somebody not have the best life and not have the best things and not have the most money. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for that. You can have somebody not have the best life, not have everything in the world, not have the big fancy woozy woo stuff. Woo! But the thing is, if they know how to treat you right, if they know how to respect your character, if they value you, if they know how to, treat you like a human being, if they see you as a priority, if they actually want to help you get to your goals and be there on the journey with you, that's a lot more than saying like, well, I'm real simple, I have a Ferrari. Well, Cupcake, well, did you think about this? How much is that insurance for that car? How much does the gasoline cost? How much a month are you paying for that? Mm-hmm. And the thing is, a good majority of people that do act like, well, I got this Ferrari. Yeah, how much did you get it from like the rental place and make a video with it? Oops. Busted. Ain't slick. How do you know that? For one thing, how the... I almost slipped. How dare you think that, a woman even acts like that? Because here's the thing. If a woman doesn't want to date you, she just doesn't. If you think that, she's saying like, well, you have less than me. You haven't even walked up to her and spoken to her or even give her a chance. Because, I mean, you may not have much, but if you know how to treat her and support her and actually want to actually build alongside of her and also help her get to where she wants to go in life, you'll be quite surprised. And some people think that, well, she's just going to be taking advantage of me. No. Because the thing is, if you really love a woman, you would want to do everything you can to make her go to the most secure, comfortable environment that she can ever get to. Consistency is key. And comes with the nail. Funny, ironic, I know. No, it's not. Okay, men spoke, now it's ladies' turn. No. You have said too much stupidity. You need to sit down and put a duct tape over your mouth. Let the ladies talk. Yes, there is an issue because you're thinking you're hot. I'm just gonna let it go. You think you're hot shit, but you ain't nothing as valuable as, the gum on the side of the road. That's how much value you got because you don't know how to keep your mouth shut and use your head and logic when you speak. Well, hey, you know what? The thing is, after you finish a sentence, they come in, you silence them, and you push them away. No. Because here's the thing. Wow, Yahweh. I didn't know that you reincarnated again. Wow. Good job. Well, you're not using your head, so why should we listen to somebody who's not using their head? Um. Yeah. Oh. Side check. That a girl. Get it where it stings. Right in the side. Ooh. Well, I mean, I don't blame the ladies for not wanting to listen or pay attention because you don't have any intelligence in that bony head of yours. One at a time? Okay. Oh, wait, wow. I guess there's a third guy that comes in out of nowhere. Okay. Okay. When a woman makes more money, she doesn't have more options than a man. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Well, let's put it this way. Woman has $1 million. She wants to go and do what she wants. Man has $1 million. He wants to go and do what he wants. The same options. Because everything you do is a choice. You make a choice to go this way. You make a choice to go this way. You make a choice to gamble it all the way. You make a choice to invest it. You make a choice to split it into a certain amount of parts. You have some for enjoyment. You have some for saving. You have some for investing. You have some for backup. You still can make the choices, but if you're trying to be like having like a relationship dynamic, the last thing you want to worry about is who makes the more money. That should be like the last thing. Because I mean, if you have somebody who's able to understand how to treat you like a human being, to commit to you, to devote to you, to ensure that you are priority number one alongside themselves, to make sure that you have a home over your head, and to make sure you have as little as suffering as possible, that's way more important than like, well, you make an extra 50 grand a year than me. Oh my god. No. So stupid. Status, huh? Oh boy. My favorite thing to make a joke about. It doesn't matter what title you have or what your status is. I could care less. You could be the most woozy-woo man on Calvin Klein. You could be the most attractive man getting everything from woman to nuts and sausage. But if you're stupid, you're stupid. You can have any kind of title in front of your name and any status. But if you're an idiot, you're an idiot. You can even hold the highest position in the country. You could be commander-in-chief, but if you're stupid, you're stupid. Title means nothing. Status means nothing. If you're a dimwit, you're a dimwit. All that it is just a thing that's added in front of your name. And it's an obligation and responsibility in the field that you're working in. Or something that you're speaking of or being a part of and you're leading. And if anything, people think that having a high status makes you go up. Well, but the thing is, when you work in work environment like retail, when you have like the primary, like the entry level, like cashiers, maintenance, cart pushers, along those lines, when you start going up, you start becoming more of a servant. When you start going down, you start to be the one that becomes a bit more authoritative. It's reversed. And I know, I was a front-end manager for Walmart for operations. The youngest one. The youngest one. And the thing is, when you go and start getting into like frontline management, at least the way that I ran my front end, my cashiers, my maintenance men, cart pushers, and money services, and as well as customer service, they were my priority number one. If they had to come in, if they had to like take a day off because of whatever reason they wanted to, even if they wanted to have personal time, for whatever reason, and if I was off, I would come in and make up that shift for them and let them get it. I was that kind of manager. If they wanted to have time off, I just approved it. And if I had to figure out the scheduling, that's my problem. If I had to come in, so be it. Because that's the thing. When you're going up in management and like the levels of like title or like authority in a company or business, your obligation to your workers go up, up, up. If you don't support them, you only think about yourself, it's not going to look good, and it's going to go face blank. But when you support the workers, you put them first, they're actually going to want to come into work. They're actually going to enjoy their job. They're actually going to have productivity goals. I mean, this isn't rocket science. When you treat people like people, and you support them, and you encourage them, and you give them their needs and their wants, and you try and do what's best for them to ensure that they're at their best, of course you do have to give coaching and, ideas and strategize for improvement. I refuse to write up my workers. I refuse to. Because the thing is, I can tell like one worker about a whoopsie they made. If I can tell an employee, oh, you made a whoopsie here, just a little whoopsie, it's okay. We gotta take care of it. That's all that matters. Heck, I mean, there have been many times when there was a transaction that was going on. It was a big hot mess. I didn't write him up for that. Whoopsies happen. And actually, I remember I can't remember which manager it was. He actually was going to say, if you do not write this up, or make an incident report or something like that about this mistake, you'll get a write up. I'm like, fine, write me up. I refuse to do it because I'm not gonna have something go into her file about a common mistake that happens once in a while. Why should she have to suffer for a mistake that happens? She knows she made a mistake. She already feels bad. Why do we have to take the knife and dig it in more? That's not going to make it anything better. That's going to make it worse. So, I mean, I can write it up. I'm like, don't care. If you want to write her up, you can do it. I'm not doing it. You're not going to make me do... You're not going to make me become, void of emotion and not have understanding and support. What's giving us a job to do. You can definitely see I'm very Saturnian with that. Zoom stupidity. Okay. How do you know that? A young daddy. What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say that young women are bad? No. What? You're stupid. If you're thinking that... well, here's the thing. If you... Don't get me wrong. I mean, I can see his point, but in comparison to the logic and reasoning, it makes no sense. Just because it's younger doesn't mean it's better. Because if you're going to be investing and going along and, going towards somebody to build with, it shouldn't matter their age. It shouldn't matter what they look like. If it happens to be just fine and it fits perfectly, woo! If it doesn't, oh well. If they know how to carry themselves, if they know how to, take care of business and do responsibility, if they know how to support you, heck, if you have someone, like say if you're a single mother, if you have somebody, like a man, that sees that you have children and actually wants to help take care of them when you're just first started dating, take the initiative and say, well, I want to help take care of those kids. And actually take the steps to support the kids, help them get their needs met, help them get their wants met, help them get what they need for school, help them get the financial support that they need to ensure they have a good education. I don't know about you, but that's not even his own kid. But the thing is, that's a two-way street. When you have somebody who thinks, Well, I think, I'm just gonna leech off this one guy because he has a lot of money and stuff like that. Circumstances matter, but if you take advantage of a person, that's a big no-no. Don't take advantage of people. Don't take advantage of another person. Especially when it's something as so stupid as like, well, I just don't want to work. I don't want to actually do anything to help support my children. I'd rather, be lazy and out of line. No. And what's worse, like say if you're with somebody and they have a breakup and stuff and whatever, but now the new person they're dating is potentially hostile around child. Oh, no, nope. If somebody shows hostility around a child, no, they do not need to be around the child. But again, no, it comes down by situation to situation. Again, I'll say it again. Oh, I just love saying this. Um, here comes Shunny. Okay, listen, you idiot. The more title you have, the more of a servant you are. All that a title is and a status is something that's in front of your name. But if you're stupid, you're stupid. If you think just because you're leading as like a governor, yay, you're a governor. But if you're an idiot, you're an idiot. Title means nothing. Status means nothing. It's just something in front of your name and more of an obligation that you have to fulfill for the people you're representing or you're leading. Or essentially you gaining a title for working and investing in it and then earning it. But if you're an idiot, you're still an idiot. If you're stupid, you're still stupid. If you're a twat-head, you're a twat-head. You can't get around that. And money, no. Ooh, look at all those George Washingtons you got there. Oh, I'm so impressed. It's an illusion. Socioeconomic equal? What's wrong with that? Well, I definitely know this, dude. You're gonna be forever alone at this rate. The more he opens his mouth, the more I kind of wish he, had duct tape over it. I mean, she does have a point. If a woman has, like, say for example, if a woman has worked hard to make, like, her, like, say if you have a woman that opened up her own business, like, for doing, like, hair and nails, went to school for, like, what's that called, cosmetology. She runs her own salon, and she works in there. She has worked blood, sweat, and tears, gone to school, and worked up to get the funds for it, and is paying off the student debt. Why should she have to sacrifice all that work and investment and all that money just for somebody to come in and sweep her off her feet, but they can drop her at any time? Why should she risk it? Oh wait, she shouldn't, because she earned it. Well, dude, hey, you're interrupting her. Didn't you say not to do that? Don't be a hypocritical twat. Well, now here's the thing. There's a difference between having somebody support you while you're making something of yourself, and there's being lazy and not providing or contributing in any way, shape, or form. sitting around doing nothing and just saying, I just don't want to work, you're not being a contributor to society. If you want to bring Jyotish into this, you're not even doing anything that's related to your 5th house, your 10th house. You're also critically failing your 7th house. You're not doing your part of the Karma house, the 6th house. You're crippling yourself. And also, you're also not putting to work your 3rd and 9th. That's not good. You need to at least do something. Even something as small as even like janitorial work, you're still contributing. You're putting in your time to pay back to society and contribute somehow. Even the grunt level position jobs, like a sewer worker, garbage man collector, custodian, they're Saturnian jobs, but somebody has to do it. Even being like a waiter or a server, or even also like Postmates and DoorDash, that's a Saturnian job. Because you have to go through so much BS. And a lot of people don't want to do that kind of work. But there are some people that do it, and they get mistreated. And they're Saturnian for that. They're choosing to take on a job that pays them pathetically low, and people don't tip because, well, I'm not going to tip because I don't want to give out more money. This person drove an hour in the rain to the place and then drove an hour back for you to have your munchies woozy glue. The least you can give is at least, for an hour's worth, to be completely honest, I would even give like $10. An hour out and an hour back in the rain, damage to the vehicle, the mileage, you can afford at least 10 or 15. Wait, what? Do men get punished when they divorce you? Well, here's the thing. When you divorce, you're supposed to split the assets evenly. That's how it's supposed to be. But now here's the thing. When it's something involving like domestic violence, assault, any kind of BS like that, that's when it can sway. That's how it's supposed to be. But when a child gets involved, it should, and by should meaning it better, because if not, well, that judge needs to get off the bench. But when a child's involved, they should and they need to be going to the parent that is the most fitting and has been putting in the most effort to support or raise the child, especially if they've been under their roof. And they need to get the child support, not the other one that's being like that. What? Can you say that word again? I just heard something stupid. Can you say it one more time? Cheaper the keeper? More like jeepers, he's a creeper. He's been too much in the deeper. What? Guys don't divorce? Guys don't divorce, huh? Congratulations, you're dumb. You're stupid. Literally. No. No. Somebody just put duct tape over his mouth. Because, no. No. Oops. Wrong button. Oh, wow. Well, okay. How do you know that? How do you know that every single divorce case has a woman initiator? Oh, wait, you don't. Ooh, I don't care. Because so far, the way that you've been speaking, you've been swinging at women left, right. Why are you swinging at what's keeping the the human race going still and all that? No. You know what else initiates divorce? Stupidity like yours. Uh, can we say that again? Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna plug you back by the non-existent hair in your head and just say, listen, Cupcake. If you think you have the power to give somebody the right to speak, stick it. No, you don't take away a woman's voice. Understand? Kinkerdoodle. Now sit it and stick it. Can you? Really? Ew. Stop being disrespectful. Well, what about you, dude? What about you? Because it seems like you don't know how to treat a woman. You don't know how to have, you know, um, courtesy, and you don't know how to be a decent human being. Ew. Yuck. Good thing that you were my kid, because I mean, yeah, you probably would learn the hard way what happens when you act like this. Mm-hmm. I can agree. Hey, stick it. You don't speak. Don't speak. You say, don't interrupt you, but now you interrupt her. Don't speak. Don't speak. Stick it and piss it. Don't speak. Hey, don't look at me. He made the rules, so stick it and piss it. Again, I'm no nonsense. Hey, you're the one who came up with the rule, big boy, so stick it and deal with it. Nope, 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 nope. You can't go around the rule. You made it. Deal with it. Oh, that a girl. Get him right below the belt. That a girl. Mmm. Oh, that a girl. That a girl. Oh, good one. That'll take. Oh, I mean, she literally took the mic and just went like, "Well, you're in a sugar daddy website." Oh, get wrecked. There's, there's your karma for opening your mouth and thinking you're hot shit. Oh, get wrecked. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, I mean, the way he acts and treats women might be corrosive. Yes. Just simply looking at how and hearing what he has said and his, like how he is subconsciously speaking and acting, like his um, subconscious movement, like his hands and his eyes and the way he moves. Oh, oh, what a fragile little thing in there. Oh, cute little narcissist. I'm gonna be completely honest. I love narcissists. You know why? Because they're the hardest to fall when you break them. They fall the hardest when you break them. That's why I love them so much. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry, little one. You'll find someone. Never. Because why would anybody want that? Aw, it's okay. You're still not wanted. Harsh and dark and cruel? Meh, don't look at me. I wasn't the idiot. Oh, Mom, I mean, I don't even know her, and I gotta say, to be completely honest, kind of a unique, different way of attire that she's wearing, but I mean, she does have a point. Well, I mean, not really fine. Because a man doesn't need to act that. Ha ha! Get bamboozled. Aha! Look what she finds. Stick it. Control of 99% more women. 9% of women have more money than him. So dude, why are you even wasting your time doing that? If anything, that should be, well, for one, you should be inspired by that. That, wow, if she can do this, what am I doing? If she can do it, then I know that I can do it just as good. Or if anything, if you want to get extra bonus points, if you're actually dating somebody who has more money than you, inspire her to keep doing better. Motivate her. In turn, that should inspire you to also be, work harder too. Oh, really? Really? Yep, really. Don't care. And I like, it's even ironic, this guy's wearing a Punisher shirt. Punisher. He's getting punished. It's like he can't take it, if you catch my drift. Hey, stick it. Don't interrupt her. Don't be rude. Keep your mouth shut. That's the rule. He said it. Stick it and piss it. Up, stick it and piss it. Don't interrupt. Don't be rude. Nope. No. We're playing by your rules, remember? You speak when spoken to. Don't speak. Don't speak. Don't speak. Don't speak. You gave her the mic. Don't speak. Stick it. Hey, don't look at me. You made the rule. That's the rule. Nobody gets a free pass with it. Maybe I should be like on this podcast just as the moderator. If I'm the moderator, oh boy. Oh man, that'd be a sight to see. Don't speak. She has the mic. Don't speak. Stick it. Wait, what? You're so ampy to make a point. I don't care about how you feel. You're stupid. Stick it. It's her turn to speak. You already spoke and filibustered about nothing. Making personal attacks? It's not a personal attack. If it's the truth, it's the truth. There's a difference between talking shit and telling the truth. Talking shit has the intent to bring down someone. Telling the truth, and the truth, nothing but the truth, regardless if it's good or bad, is the truth. That's what it is. That's what you got. Saying BS and talking, shenanigans and taking down someone's reputation, that's bad. That's baneful. That's Tomasic. But by saying Tomasic, that doesn't mean it's inherently bad. You're trying to destroy or take down something, but also creating something new. That's how Tomasic works. But the thing is, talking shit and telling the truth are not the same. If that's the truth, that's the truth. If something is how it is, accept it. If something's BS and not the truth and is gossip and just slander, it's slander. It's not true. Because if it's not true, you would be able to defend against it, no problem. Be like, well, that's not how it is because here's the truth and the realistic practical stuff. Instead of being all like, yep, that's what I did. I made a big mistake. I wish I didn't do that. I'm an idiot back then for doing that. I have not made the same mistake again, and I'm moving forward from it. Was I an idiot? Oh, you better bet your tush I was. And I learned my lesson. That's a lot more better than just being like, personal attack. Oh, woe is you. Well, if you weren't stupid and didn't make that decision, maybe you wouldn't be getting hit with the truth to the head. Dude, no, stick it and piss it. You can't speak anymore, dude. You handed the mic away. So deal with it. Well, I mean, at that point, thing is, I'm gonna make this completely simple. The person that you should rely on in upgrading your life should just be you. If you have somebody that wants to invest in you and walk with you as you grow and they want to help you, that should not be any, longing desire for. You shouldn't have to rely on somebody else to make yourself better. Because you're relying on a reflection to build you up. Because that's what happens sometimes when you have Sun in Libra. A pissed off Sun. Your sense of self and your identity, your soul, like the D1 Kartika, Surya, when you make him being forced and being the one that feels like, I feel like my sense of self comes from another person, it's not bad or good, it is what it is. You only feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do because of somebody else. And the Sun doesn't like being in Libra. The Sun's the king. You think the king's going to negotiate? That's like having the king go down to the marketplace where everybody's just like, oh, it's just the king, who cares? Excuse me. Do you know who I am? I don't care, get out of the way. You there. I like this gem, I'm going to take it. How dare you slap my wrist? Do you know who I am? I don't give a damn, you got to pay for it. I'm the king. Yeah, sure, that's cute. How much for it? 10 rubies. 10? No, 5. Just because you said that, now 20. What? Don't make me raise it again. 8. No. 50. See? The king doesn't like to negotiate, but he's being forced to negotiate because Shukracharya says no. In my domain of Libra, you're going to have to learn to negotiate. You're going to have to learn how to barter. You're going to have to learn to be considerate of others. You can't be on your big high horse thinking, I'm the king, I do what I want, whenever I want. And that's why Venus is actually one of the best gurus for that purpose. To understand divinity, you need to have other. In order to understand and connect with other, you need to be able to barter and negotiate. You can't find divinity alone. I mean, by technicality, you can, but when you have spouse figure, that helps bring you two together, and then from that, wherever moksha is for you both, that helps you get to it much easier. Cupcake. You there. You there with a big thing in your mouth. It looks like, you're second to a big black one. Stick it! You keep opening your mouth and you keep interrupting. Don't be rude. Stick it at pissing. Sometimes I do not understand why this happens. Oh, well, don't interrupt me. She begins interrupting her. Just like Cupcake. Don't be a hypocritical twat. Because if you do that, I'm gonna be like, stick it. Because this is like one of the things that agitates me the most. Oh, what makes you think you're hot shit that you don't have to follow the rules? What makes you think you're so special? Oh, wait, no. Oh, you have so much money? Well, joke's on you. We're all gonna kick the bucket one day. We're all gonna have that happen. Our bucket's gonna get kicked by our own foot. And guess what? Everything that you have here on this plane is gonna be stuck here. And while you're... Oops. Huh? What? Don't... No. What? All that was happening, that was an attack. You ain't slick. Don't be like, oh, we're a victim. Yeah, you're a victim to your own stupidity. And that's the thing. If somebody has a viewpoint and they're not having the intent to swing and cause damage, like for an example, here's a good one. I have a viewpoint that people that believe like in Satanism and stuff like that need to have the exact same equal treatment as Muslim, Christians. They need to have the exact same equal treatment. And anything like any kind of act of aggression or anything like, deemed a hate crime. If a Satanist is a victim of a hate crime, it's a victim of a hate crime. It still is. A faith does not matter. If you're swinging at somebody because of their faith and belief system, it's still a hate crime. And it's discriminatory. It's even also like the same thing too, like if somebody has that belief system and they're in the workplace, you start harassing them, you start cutting their hours, you start mistreating them. No. That's federal. You cannot be discriminated against somebody because of their belief system and faith. Especially if it's one that's misunderstood. And because it's your enemy. God forbid. And if we want to take this an extra step, the crime supposedly that was put in saying satanic ritual abuse. No. You cannot use that as a means to charge someone of a crime. Satanic ritual abuse, you cannot charge someone of that. You know why? Because the term satanic is you're actually using you're using a faith as a means of a crime. You cannot charge someone with a crime if it involves a religion. Satanic ritual abuse, well, for one, you can't do that because now you're being discriminatory. 2, you can charge someone with ritual abuse. You can. Because what you're doing, a ritual, by definition, is a set of moves or procedure that is done. It's a step by step by step. It's a set of motions being carried out. An abuse. Some form of baneful, malefic act that takes place. Or malicious intent. For example, the he who funds, taking advantage and throwing themselves onto children in that manner. That's ritual abuse. But we have the clergy to protect it. No. Each and every single one of you as an individual is being charged. Not the congregation, just each one of you. Bamboozled. You ain't slick. And I mean that charging that way is just so simple. You don't swing at the congregation or the church, you swing at the individual. Because they can use their faith as a defense. You can't bring... Oh, sorry. Did not know that was going to happen. Shake that hard. You can't use your religious belief or faith system as a means to charge someone of a crime, and you can't use it as a defense. It stays out of the courtroom. Because you can't prove faith in the court of law. And if somebody comes and saying, well, the devil said for me to do it. The devil told me to do it. If I was a judge and I heard that, I would just look and I say, I'm sure he did, honey, but did you still do it? Did your physical body and did you carry this out? Yes or no? You did? Guilty. But this figure told me to do it. Did you still do it? Yes or no? You still did something that took someone's life. You're still a murderer. If you don't have the sense of self-control or the sense of understanding to not do something like that, you can't blame something else or someone else or another divine being for that. You still made the choice and you still carried it out. Keep it simple, stupid. That's like saying, well, here's another one. And this is actually the exact same thing. The exact same thing. The only thing that's different is the mask Divinity is using. In Texas, 2 girls, ages 17 and 18, were murdered by their father because, well, they weren't dating Muslim men. And by my religious law, I'm allowed to do that. Congratulations, you just did the exact same thing from this twilight over here and said, well, the devil told me to do it. You just did the exact same stupid thing. Except it's worse for you because you killed your own daughters because they're not dating a certain kind of man that you want them to date. God forbid. Why should you have to take lives from your own daughters, your family? Why do they need to lose their lives because of something that's not by your standard? And if you're using your faith to justify it, really? No. Keep your faith out of this courtroom. You're guilty of first-degree murder. 2 counts. And also because since, we have reason to suspect too there was also child abuse going on the whole time. And because since, one was 17, assault on a minor, first-degree murder on a minor, child abuse. I would be ruthless. If I was the prosecutor in that case, I would be ruthless. And I would not hold anything back. Because the thing is, if you use trying to justify you taking the lives of your own 2 daughters, put them in solitary confinement and have them be the new punching bag for the inmates. No nonsense. And I don't even think I can even listen anymore. How far did I get into this? Well, not even 5 minutes. It's already an hour and a minute. But still. I can't watch any more of this because I'm going to probably jump off the cliff. But I mean, it's really embarrassing, to be honest, that some people think that acting like that is okay. And, carrying themselves like that's okay. No, it's not. Because the thing is, if you have to put down somebody else, or even better yet, I'm an incel. Women, I don't like women because they don't know how to treat me right. Well, maybe you should do some self-reflecting of yourself first. What are you doing that probably isn't attractive? What are you doing that's not making you deem yourself as somebody that she can trust? How do you carry yourself? Look at yourself first before you start swinging at somebody else. And if somebody is much higher up and doing better off than you, let that be your motivation to do better. Don't tear it down. Let that inspire you to get better. Keep it simple. If someone is higher than you, let that be an inspiration instead. Look up to it. Be inspired by it. Don't take an axe and start cutting it down. Because when you get inspired by it, you'll be pushing yourself a lot more than just knocking it down and thinking that you're deserving to be up there and they need to be down lower. Because you're not going to get anywhere if you do it that way. In fact, you might have people turn and say, like, wow, really, dude? Why can't you just get up your tush and go up instead by yourself? But I can't. Just, no. And the thing that's funny, I guess some people would even say, well, you're kind of a feminist. No, I'm not. I'm not a feminist. Well, Thean, but not a feminist. Of course, some people say, well, isn't Thean also a feminist? I'll put it this way. If it was reversed, if like this whole role dynamic thing was like reversed, I would be the exact same way back in the turn. The exact same way, because both sides are stupid. Myself included. We're all stupid. But if we try to correct the mistake and realize, oh, we're both people. We don't need to be tearing each other down. We don't need to be mocking one another. We don't need to be setting standards and expectations that make absolutely no sense for no reason. You don't need to be doing that. Let's support and build one another and go from there. And that's the viewpoint I have. And if somebody's making more money, woo! Who cares? They're doing their thing. You can do your own thing. Get inspired by it. Keep it simple. But if you think that a woman has to make less, and if she makes more money than you, that she's not going to have a lot of options, thanks, Marion. If that's the mindset you have, no. If a woman makes more money than you, get over it. Ooh, oh, my feelings hurt. She has more Benjamins than me. Well, heck, look at that. She gets more male attention than she does from you. And the ones that she gets don't say no. They just sit there in her hand. I'm talking about the Benjamins and presidents and dollar bills. She gets more male attention that way than you. She gets more attention that way. In her own hand. Because she's worked for it and she has put in all the time and effort to get to this point. So why should she have to suffer to make you comfortable? Oh wait. She doesn't. Stop being envious. And in fact, why don't you congratulate her for earning it? Because you expect the same thing too, in the other way around. You expect to be all like, yay, he has this big company, woo! Like you won't do that for her? And she reaches the exact same thing? Why? Because here's something that people don't talk about. Let's go all the way back into the monarchy system, where there's the king and the queen. In the kingdom, between the king and the queen, who is the most powerful? Who has the real final say? It may look like there's one, but is it? It's the queen. Because the queen is the king's backbone. When the king doesn't have a queen, he doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't have this inspiration and drive to strive. The queen doesn't need a king. The queen says, give me this. She gets it. When the queen wants something from a distant land, she tells the king orders the soldiers or whomever to go and get it, bring it to her. Because the queen is the one who makes the rules. The king enforces them. And I don't think in history is a good idea to ever tell the queen no. Not like no as in like saying, no, that's not true, my queen. But like, no, I'm not going to do that at all, queen. I'm not going to do that for you. That kind of no. I don't think I've ever heard of any time in history where somebody did that and think it was a good idea. And even like in the animal kingdom too. The queen bee, the queen ant. Sometimes even nature shows that, well, the queen bee, the queen ant, well, the most potent, the most powerful, the most in control. And that's nature. But in reality, the queen is the most powerful. Because also, again, the queen. If the queen gets mad and agitated with the king for not listening, the king has to deal with the aftermath of his choice. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. If the queen's mad at his choice, it's going to suck for him for some time. Especially if he doesn't know how to take in his queen's counsel. If the queen wants to do something, and the king denies it, it's not going to be good for him either. That's why the queen has a lot of power, even though it's veiled. That's why you don't mess with the queen. And even in chess, the queen is the most powerful piece because she can move and go in any way she wants to. Because you don't tell the queen no. And even, like in some mythological stories too, Goddess Kali, that should be an example of what happens when you make the wrong move. So, I mean, that's really all I can stand. Because I cannot stand listening to any more of that. Because I'm probably going to end up face palming so hard and get a concussion. So, do me all a favor, please. Do not take in and do not speak like that. Please don't. Because there's so many Because, I mean, there's so many of these. Yeah, there's way too. Yeah, there's like so many of these podcasts and gimwits talking about that and thinking that it's good, but it's not. Some say take the red pill, the black pill, the blue pill. I'll just do it. I'll just keep it simple. I'll take no pill. I'm taking no pill because screw that. I'm taking no pill because I can make that choice. If you guys want to give each other the, the colored candy things, have at it. I'm not taking it. Then again, here comes all that Aquarius energy in me. Like, nope, not doing it. Thank you, Shunny. Nope! You can take your pill of piss and eat it yourself. Idiot! Because why should I have to take in something that a lot of other people are taking and they're turning into something stupid? Because for me, at least for me, I decide how I carry myself. I make the choice in how I present myself. If some people like it, yay. If some people don't like it, that's not my problem. But the thing is, when somebody is taking a swing at somebody else for something just so stupid, like about how much money they make, and say that they are going to find somebody because of that, no. That makes as much sense as trying to take a fish out of water and trying to make it live on land without water. It won't work. You'll kill it. That's how stupid it sounds. Why is this fish dying every time I take it out of water? Because it can't breathe. It cannot live without being in water. That's how stupid they sound. So, and I guess also a lot of it's also on TikTok or TikTok, whatever. And I mean, some people that do have a big following like that, don't get me wrong, I mean, congratulations on them for getting that far. But the following should be people that actually don't think that, wow, I guess it's okay if I talk to women like that, like how he is. Don't do that, please. Please don't do that. Because for one, that's going to make you look stupid. Two, that's going to make you be like, wow, dude, really? Do you not know how to treat people with dignity, respect, and be mindful? Oh, you're broken and damaged inside? Aw, why should other people have to suffer because of it? Or my personal favorite. Oh, you're threatening my well-being and standing by having more than me. How's that her problem? How's it her problem that you're uncomfortable being in her presence? How's that her problem? Oops! Well, you don't know what it's like, and I don't care what it's like, because for one, I have never been in that position. Two, you think I'm really going to care at all about how much money anybody makes? If they know how to interact with me in a decent, supportive, and, hospitable manner, do you think I'm going to care how much money they make? No. But now if somebody mistreats me, that's different. They can have all the money in the world and they put me down, and that's different. They can have no money and put me down. That's different. But if they make less money than me and they treat me nice, the same thing. The same treatment gets given back. What gets put out towards me gets deflected back. Wow. Oh, no. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that the chat hasn't been really popping as I thought it would be, but anyway. I think I might be getting off the stream for a little bit and take a break and restore my voice, because it's just like, nope, stick it, piss it, nope, don't speak. I think I've been saying that a bit too much, and my voice is trying to, be like, we quit. I'm quitting speaking for a little bit, yeah. So, if I feel up to it, I'll come back later. And actually, I think I might as if, you know, my life I'll be able to, you know, work on getting my girlfriend that finally, you know, up on the marketplace and get it going. Maybe, but I'm not sure because I still gotta get like the test for it to make sure everything comes out perfectly fine. Ugh. But anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna take my leave here, and if I'm gonna come back on, you know, just pop back on. So, I'll see you guys later though.